I once read a book a while ago and I remembered this reference or analogy. The ocean is so beautiful, but just as it is beautiful, it is also as deadly. Now, this video is all about rewiring. So if you are ready to basically think better and generate more positive, this is for you. If you're someone who thinks it's unrealistic, you can just scroll past. This is for people who are serious. So the first thing you got to understand is rewiring is not just, okay, let me just think positive. You have to be 100% conscious of everything that you do. Otherwise, it's not going to work. You're just going to be in an endless loop where you're thinking, okay, well, it's not working for me because I was positive, but it's not working. It's not like that. You are making a conscious decision to do something. So the most important thing to understand about rewiring is it comes from challenging everything you once believed. Everything is a choice. If you want to be a good person, if you want to be a bad person, that's all down to you. And you might be thinking, well, how am I supposed to do this? Listen to me. So just as we see the ocean as scary and beautiful, it all comes down to your thinking. What do you associate life with? So for example, when some people see a cave, they think, I'm trapped. It's dark. It's scary. When other people see the cave, they think, where's the light? It must have a light because there's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. When people see events or social events, they think, oh crap, anxiety, relatable. Other people see opportunity. And the answer is not delusion. It's not that these people are being delusional because they're right. Have you noticed that even when people are optimistic about something, things actually do work out in their favor? That's because, ladies and gents, people know what their mind listens to. And because the mind doesn't know the difference between what's right and wrong, you get to decide that. Isn't that incredible? So use that to your advantage. And let's talk about why rewiring is important. Oh my god, I can't even speak. Rewiring your brain involves seeing things for how they should be rather than how you make them seem. So if something is scary, then obviously it's a natural response to be afraid. But if something is not scary and you make it a natural response, then we know something is amiss. So that's why the most important thing that we can do during that time is acknowledge what's within our control, and what's not. Everything in your life is a conscious decision. So if your life sucks, like I've said many times, it's down to you. Do something about it. And that's what people just need to approach. You can't just keep telling yourself, okay, that's it. I'm going to keep complaining. No. If you chose a life worth complaining about, then you got to take responsibility. Because if you just end up saying, oh, that's it, but you keep complaining, that really is it. So yeah. And I think that many of us ruin or improve our lives just because of a thought. It takes just a thought, guys. So next time you have these kind of thoughts, try not to give power to them and confirm them for yourself. Sometimes our anxiety lies to us. And there were many instances I noticed that. Like with YouTube, I thought I was going to get so much hate and judgment for making these kind of videos because I thought people would say things like it's going to be controversial or like I sound like I know too much. You know what I'm saying? But when I actually did it, I realized the opposite. And if I have caved into those thoughts, I wouldn't be here ranting. I wouldn't even know I would be someone who rants. So yeah. It's up to you if you see the oceans of your life as deadly or if you see them as something that's trying to teach you something. You know what I'm saying? You could either say the waves help you to navigate through life, or you could either keep complaining and say that it's just trying to destroy you. It's trying to knock you off. And I think that's an interesting one, seeing how life is to you. If you see life as something that teaches you things, that's amazing. But if you see life as, oh, this happens to me, it's sad because you're just going to associate everything in your life with that. Even people. So when you learn how to rewire your mind, you can actually program it for better things. So some people may receive the bare minimum in life, but they feel so sufficient. And then there's other people who have so much to the eye, but they feel empty. It's all about the mentality that they have. And that's why it's so important to learn how to master it. It's really, really important to acknowledge what kind of thoughts are going through your brain. And I want to say something. Our brain has about 50 to 80,000 thoughts a day. Your dominant thoughts are the ones that you control. They're the ones you think about the most. And just as I said, I find a lot of these chests, I found another one. You see, our brain listens to us. Our mind listens to us. In particular, the subconscious mind. It's such a fascinating topic. Okie dokie. So let's just keep going, I guess. Oh my god, oh my god. See what I mean? Opportunities are everywhere. And when you keep programming yourself to believe that, it will really find you. When I was a skeptic about my channel and stuff, I didn't get anything. But when I started to tell myself, you know what, there are people who support me, there are this, I noticed that it's become more common and I feel much more blessed about it. And it feels great. So yeah. And understanding something as simple as rewiring, it doesn't just happen overnight. Okay, like if let's say you have a fear of the ocean. Okay, I do, by the way. So I'm speaking. I still tell myself it's beautiful, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm just gonna go bye-bye just because I touch it. You know what I'm saying? So I could either go for a little dip, I could either go for, oh my god, not again. I keep forgetting I don't have the right ability unlocked. Okay, wait, let me just turn off the animation because it gets a bit annoying. And if you are someone who's genuinely afraid of things, I'm not telling you, oh yeah, just stop being afraid in that sense. I'm not trying to be heartless and say, fake it till you make it. Okay, yeah, that's one of my least favorite things to even acknowledge. Oh my god. For the last time, dude. Change it to this one. Oh my god, thank you. I kept my sanity. Like, you gotta tell yourself that it all starts with a thought. So why would you waste your time thinking about what's destroying you when you could be thinking about what could help you? Oh my god, that's hideous. I just noticed how bad. I just pressed random because I wanted to do it for me. That is hideous. But think about it. It still got me to win, right? Everything is a mentality at the end of the day. That's why some people are happy and some people are not. And do you ever notice that even though some people don't have, I don't know, something really lavish in their lives, they're still really happy? What's the word? That's because these people don't know what really makes them happy. And yada yada yada. Let's go. Where is this warp spire? Is it up there? Maybe. Oh snap! This is giving me anxiety, bro. But we still do it. We're gonna fight through our fears because that's what we're supposed to do. But yeah, if you keep complaining, it's boring. And I want you guys to do this simple exercise with me. Find things you're grateful for. Don't BS with me. There is always something to be grateful for. So if you guys are telling me there's nothing, you're freaking alive. You're freaking watching this video. There is so much to be grateful for. So that is a step. And that is something which is a guaranteed step to helping you get closer to the kind of person you want to be. And you might be thinking, what is the point when you're always thinking low? That's the thing. You want to think about something positive that helps the rewiring. And let me clarify something. Rewiring doesn't mean you're always happy. It doesn't mean that you're always level because that's impossible. We all have something that's bothering us one way or another. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to always be in that state of lack. Now, the stability. Let's go. Because if you're always in a state of lack, you're going to see it everywhere, even in your relationships and so on. And you don't want that. Because if you always think from a place of lack, you're never going to feel happy. Even if you were to have $1 million, even if you were to be super rich on the exterior, you won't feel that because you're not putting your energy on that. And that's why some people may look so successful on the outside, but they're not happy because they're not focusing on the right things. You know what I'm saying? So I want you guys to practice this exercise of what you're grateful for. And I don't want you guys to just say something simple as breathing. I want you to really go concrete mode. Think about it. Even if you feel like maybe things aren't going well or a certain someone has not been treating you very well, think about people who have treated you well. I don't just want you to be grateful. I want you to think about steps towards the kind of person you want to be. For example, if I think about my channel, sometimes I'm not exactly proud of its performance, and it's not you guys' fault. It's just how things are. I still remind myself, you know what? I'm still doing better than I did so and so ago. I forced myself to think of something positive because that's the only way I can actively do something. If I keep telling myself about what doesn't work, I'm in that lack mentality. And what does lack mentality do? Bring me more lack into my life. So that's why we climb to the top, just as I did. And I don't want you guys to think from a state of lack. Please. Remember, there is something to be grateful for. There is someone who cares about you. When people say they're lonely, they have no one, I don't believe it. I'm sure there's at least one person in your life who's there. At least one person. And even if there is no one, you're there. Utilize that, you know? That's the thing. People always find an excuse to say whatever just so they could be a victim. Don't do that. That's part of helping you rewire. When you realize, okay, you're not a victim, you have accountability, you mature as a person. And yeah, sometimes people will disappoint you, but don't disappoint yourself at least. Don't disappoint other people. And if people want to hate, there are always going to be people who hate, man. Always. So don't be someone who constantly beats yourself up, because whoever's meant to stay, whatever's meant to stay will stay. And I learned that the hard way. And you can't force these things. So yeah, just keep going and realize you're worth it. Honestly, at the end of the day, you are worth it. And the more you implement these practices, you'll start to trust yourself and you will start to feel better about yourself. And one thing I do want to honestly admit as well is I used to have self-hatred, guys. A lot of self-hatred. So for me to have this kind of mentality did not come overnight. So when I tell you guys about things, I'm not BSing. I'm literally telling you how things used to be for me and what the consequences are, so you guys don't make the same mistake I did. But yeah, that's the thing though. Too many of us are focused on being a victim. Way too many of us. And that's never going to help you. So, but beating yourself up is not going to do anything either. So yeah, please guys, think about things you're grateful for. Think about things that can help you. If you feel like you're in a tunnel, rewire your mind. How are you going to think, where's the light? How are you going to find the solution to the problem? Make a habit of looking for solutions. Make a habit of telling yourself things can be done. Even if you're dealing with something like grief or you're dealing with something like outside of your control, you can just say it's out of my control. Let me embrace life for as long as I can. And if you're religious like me, one day we'll meet again, God willing. You know, there's so many different ways to see it. Even if you're not religious, there are so many ways that you can reframe things. Now, let me explain. You have the right to feel emotions. I'm not saying that you have to rewire immediately. Feel what you need to feel. But if it's been like 10 years or a lot of years, you need to start rewiring, honey. You need to start looking into steps on how you can implement better habits for yourself. Otherwise, you are going to be the cause of your own failures and, I guess, depression and pain. So I want you guys to take this advice honestly. I really do. I don't want you guys to do what I did. Also, one thing is bugging me about her hair. This blue is so unsettling. Please tell me I can change the blue. Please. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you. I've never been so happy. I've never been so happy because the dye in this game is not always ideal. Goodness gracious me, dude. My lion. Hey, dude. Wait. No! Whoa. Seriously though, guys. You can do it. You can reframe things. And ask yourself today, how am I going to reframe this ocean? Okay, this is just a metaphor. How are you going to reframe the ocean in your life that shows you wave after wave after wave, this deadly yet beautiful ocean? How are you going to approach it? It's like life. Life can be beautiful, but it can be deadly as well. Sometimes it's hard to approach. Sometimes it's hard to face another day. But it's so beautiful when you see it in the right way. Some people see opportunity in the same space, some people see lack in the same space. But none of them are delusional. They're both based on experiences, but they're both based on conscious choices as well. So I want you guys to really see that for yourself. And when you guys implement these positive habits of looking for solutions, your life will get better. You'll stop making excuses. And this doesn't mean you're always thinking positively, no. One of the things I like to do, it's kind of stupid, is I like to complain and be productive. So I don't complain on purpose, by the way, but if I feel like I need to complain, then I will complain. You know what I'm saying? But what I also like to tell myself is that I want to feel what I need to feel, and so on. Like if I need to feel something, I will feel it. But at the same time, I will still get stuff done. Because if I can't smile about it, I'll be mad, I'll grit my teeth, but I will still be productive. I will still do what I need to do. So if this video doesn't rewire your mind, I don't know what will, but one thing I want to say is make a habit of doing it. Because if you guys keep acting entitled and you keep acting like things won't help you, trust me, it's just not going to help anyone. Just like this. So yeah, that's what I really wanted to get at with this video. It's up to you if you want to see this ocean as deadly or if you want to see it as something beautiful. It's up to you how you make your life, how you approach things in your life. I'm not trying to be some BS motivational person. I'm telling you the truth. Everything is how you perceive it to be. Please stop making excuses. When you can be grateful, be grateful. And even if things feel challenging, you can do so much more than you give yourself credit for. You are incredible. You are deserving. You just have to see it. But you have to give yourself that permission as well. You have to give yourself permission to test these waters. Is the ocean really that scary? Or is it your perception that is? And if you're still scared, it's okay. Not everything's for you, and that's fine. You tried. If you keep telling yourself, I can't do this, I won't do this, you're going to make excuses. But if you try things and you say, I can't do it, it's fine. You've tried. But if you're always going to make some dumb excuse, then that's how you know that something isn't right. Goodness gracious me. That's crazy. And if you want to be an entitled victim, go for it. But you're never going to be happy in life. You're always going to find a reason. This person hurt you. This person did this to you. This person did. But you'll never see, okay, I need to work on this. I need to focus on this. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It means that you're a human being acknowledging that you can make improvements. So let yourself improve. Give yourself that opportunity. But for the love of God, please don't act like things are just happening to you all the time. Do something about it. Because if you keep making excuses, you will just constantly feel like life is against you. No one will be there to blame but yourself. Okay. Wow, I went through that. That's so cool. Make that decision. Do something for yourself and change your life for the better. And let me know in the comments how you guys rewire your mind as well. I would love to hear about the numerous ways that you guys make your lives better. What advice do you have for each other? And generally, what helps you? And if you're still struggling as well, I'd love for you guys to help each other out as well, because you guys are wonderful. I really love this community. Okie dokie. I think it's time to sign off. Yep, double video. I probably won't do the same tomorrow, but I felt inspired, so I decided to share everything. Hope you guys enjoy this, and let me know how it all goes as well. And if you do enjoy my channel and stuff and want to support me further, my Coffee page is also there, so please support me there. And please also buy my merch if you're interested. But thank you for watching, and can't wait to see how you guys change your lives for the better. And yeah, feel free to let me know in the comments. It's a safe space for you. Bye bye.